Good morning. This episode of Insurance Questions Podcast is brought to you by our fun friends at handful.com. That's handful.com. Discover Handful Activewear, versatile sports bras, and compression leggings designed by women for women. Perfect for yoga, running, workouts, pickleball, and whatever else Donnie Lowe wants to use his compression shorts for. And everyday comfort. Because you are a wonderful member of our podcast family and you go to check out at our friends at handful.com. Holy crap, Don, it's 30% off.
That's incredible. I think that's the highest percentage off from any of our sponsors.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's very nice.
We did try to get that one sponsor that was 45% off, but they didn't want us. They're bums. But our wonderful friends at handful.com, they love us, and we love looking at the pictures. So check them out. They have a lot of really cool stuff for ladies on there. I don't judge, though. Don, you want to buy some bras for yourself? It's none of my business. You do you. Some fancy stuff, man. And it kills me, having two ex-wives and all these daughters. I can't understand why bras are so freaking expensive, but that's one good thing about being a podcast listener. You get 30% off by using the promo code Buffalo. So, girls, go get something nice for your boobies. Go to handful.com.
We're going to get in trouble.
And we get in trouble for everything. So, before I get started, I want to say Donnie's been getting pretty salty on his Thursday shows because the name of the show is, what is it, Don?
It's Potluck Thursday with Donnie Lowe.
So I went out of my way to make a beautiful image for you, Don. What do you think about that? Do you love it?
I love it. It's so colorful. It captures summertime.
And we have a cool one for the podcast, so maybe I'll show that one on the end. One with the beach and the microphone. That was pretty cool, I thought.
Yeah. I love this.
Okay, so let me do my thing and then you can do yours so I can share it. All the comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo and Donnie Lowe are purely for entertainment purposes. Go do your thing, Donnie Lowe.
All right, thank you. All right. I haven't said that in a little bit.
Oh boy.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. The best way to experience the podcast is if you go to our YouTube channel, and that is EBI Media Insurance Questions Podcast. And there you get to look at this incredible logo or picture, I guess you could say, that Eddie did for me. It's really cool.
They're thumbnails, Don. Come on, you're a podcaster now. You should know all this terminology.
My thumb has nails, so okay, thumbnails. And plus all the videos that we bring up, the pictures that we bring up, and just looking at Eddie's antics live is on screen is pretty funny.
But am I a clown? I'm here to
entertain me.
Entertain you? Is that what that is? I'm a clown for you.
Yeah, I guess so. So please like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. If you listen to the podcast, if that's your preference, we're on 49 different podcast depositories. So wherever you listen to your podcast, we're most likely there. Like, share, and subscribe there. Hit the fan mail button if you have questions, want to say hello. Who knows, if you have an insurance related question, we may play that question on the air, and you might be able to win a nice insurance question podcast. Chotsky. Yeah. So TikTok, I know I have to come up with a different word besides TikTokers.
Yes.
Those of you on TikTok that are watching us live, you can see behind the scenes about 15 minutes before we go.
You do you, boo. You do what you want.
Yeah, that's it. And you can watch during the show. You can kind of see a different angle with the camera, and you can see Eddie plugging away on the computer and making funny faces directly to you. But always know that we do appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend it with us. We're very grateful for you. So thank you. You ready, Eddie?
I am ready, Don. I got to say a couple things. All right. Are you going to be salty anymore? Are you happy with your logo? That's the most important.
I love the logo. I'm not being salty. And it's
And,
unusual for you to want to say a few things. So go ahead.
well, yeah, you're such a smart ass. Why didn't you respond to me when I was sending you that wonderful Italian music last night?
Maybe I was either sleeping or I was busy.
I was sending him Lazy Mary. Da 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 da.
I know.
Sing it for me, Don. You know that word. You know the song.
No, I know that song. It's a great song, and I noticed this morning you were sending a little bit of the Polish stuff too. So
I became multicultural this morning, Don.
that's right.
Yes.
Oh, so real quick, I have the story.
Oh, Donnie's got a story. So everybody, shh, gotta listen to Donnie. He's gonna tell us a story. Go ahead.
So when Ed's at the gym, I know when Ed's at the gym because he sends me YouTube music of what he's listening to while he's working out. And one of the songs was Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James
Persuasion
and the Chandrels. So I met somebody while we were living in Florida, and we played, we were playing tennis, and he was telling me stories that his father was, he grew up in Chicago. His father was a radio and music, like a producer, where, and I don't even know if that's the right word, but he would, a promoter. It was more, he was a promoter. Music
promoter. Okay. Promoter. I've known a bunch of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So he, so like all these famous acts would come into Chicago, and a lot of times he'd pick them up at the airport, bring them to the studio or to wherever their gig might be, so he was doing that. And this is in the 60s and early 70s. So he tells me one day his father says, "Come on, we got to go pick somebody up and bring him to the radio station." And it was Tommy James. So here's, he's a kid at the time, 10, 12 years old. And he's in his father's car, and Tommy James gets in the car, and all these people are going crazy. And he kind of heard about Tommy James, but he didn't know how popular he was at the time, And there was and I can't remember, there was another band in a car in front of them. So all these people, as they're driving, they notice the car in front of them. They're going crazy, and as Tommy James is going by, nobody noticed him when they were driving. So he was kind of upset. And not only that, he had a bad cold, and he was losing his voice, and he couldn't sing. And he's saying, "I can't sing. How am I going to do this show?" And so, this guy's father says, "Well, maybe you should just lip sync." He says, "I can't lip sync. I can't do this." He ended up lip syncing because he couldn't sing at all.
Well, it's funny because that one thing we learned about the Blues Brothers movie, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, and Ray Charles, they could not lip sync. When you see them performing in that movie, they're performing in that movie.
Oh,
because
yeah.
what a lot of that genre of older singers they do is it's always different. They never sing the same song, even though it's the same song twice,
Yeah, exactly.
And, hey, Don, did you see who passed away today?
In Buffalo area or national?
No, nationally.
No.
Connie Francis.
Oh, really?
And
wasn't she like in her 90s, maybe?
Oh no, she was in her late 80s. I think it said she was 87. And
Oh.
her song, "Pretty Little Baby," young, pretty little baby. That's like had a huge resurgence in the past couple of weeks. I mean, you go on TikTok or any of the socials, that freaking song is everywhere. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get taken down by the YouTube and TikTok police.
Yeah. I wonder why there's a resurgence with that song.
I don't know. A lot of people are like lip syncing to it, with like their kids or their dogs or their cats and everything. It is a catchy song. It is a catchy song.
That's pretty cool. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. May God rest her soul.
Yes.
So I did not hear about that.
So, great minds think alike, and messed up minds think alike too. I got a text from Donnie this morning. "Hey, can you pull up some stuff from Crystal Beach?" And I was thinking of the same thing because we are going to be talking about summertime memories of
Right.
what it meant to us. And when you're from the same area, a lot of the summertime memories might be the same, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
let me pull this up. Let me tell everybody a little bit about Crystal Beach. Now, I would go there at least once a year because my father worked at the Ford stamping plant, and they had Ford Day where, you know, you got food for free. Well, I did because I was a kid. You know, I didn't pay for that stuff. My parents did.
Every day was free. Everything was free for you.
I remember my mom and dad always putting rosaries in the window so it didn't rain on that day, and it always rained on that day. So Crystal Beach Amusement Park was a popular destination located in Crystal Beach, Ontario, Canada, that operated from 1888 to 1989. Wow, 1989, that's something. It was known for its thrilling rides, including the Comet, the Vomit Comet. We'll talk
That's a
about
great
this.
roller coaster.
And its beautiful dance hall. The dance hall was ginormous. I don't know if you ever saw it before, Don. They
Yeah,
did like roller skating and stuff in the later years. The park was
Yeah.
a major regional attraction, drawing both Canadian and American visitors, particularly before the Peace Bridge was built. How did you get over when there wasn't a Peace Bridge?
the Canadiana, the boat.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Drawing boat.
You
Okay.
don't remember that?
Yeah, it was long gone before I came around, Don. I
Oh,
remember
maybe I remember that
Yeah,
as a kid,
about
taking the Canadian.
The park closed due to financial problems and competition from other parks. It was eventually developed into Crystal Beach Tennis and Yacht Club, our residential community. What's funny, Don, is that I went up there a few years back. Friends of ours had a cottage, and the boardwalk's still there. You can actually swim up to it.
Oh, really?
Because I remember the Sky Ride, and
Yeah.
back then I wasn't terrified of
Heights.
heights like I am now. And it was so cool. I remember one time my cousin Sharon, which is a corporate lawyer now, she always think it was funny to drop her shoes off, so her brother had to go get them on the pier. Your flip-flops and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
Oh, there's some great photos.
there are some great pictures. And there is the Sky Ride that went from pretty much the foot of the Comet all the way to the pier, so you went over the water, and it was kind of creepy at night. I got to be honest with you. You know,
I don't think I ever
And-
rode that at night. I think I was only on that Sky Ride one time, maybe, or twice.
and I remember like back then, each neighborhood would have a Crystal Beach Day.
Yeah,
South Buffalo,
I was going to
Riverside
mention that.
Day, East Side Day. You know, and I don't know if anybody can see that, but that red building in the bottom picture, that was Laugh in the Dark. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
a scary ride, which wasn't really scary. But I remember, and I wish we could get a bigger picture. The lady that's the animatronic that's laughing, playing the piano. Ha 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 ha! That was some creepy shit right there. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah, it was. It was Paul Bunyan. Real
Yeah,
big.
you see him right there up top.
Yeah.
You see him?
So the big thing was, as a kid, I loved roller coaster. I still
Oh my
do.
God, Don, the magic carpet. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah. The roller coasters. So
There's
going
the
to
yellow
Crystal
one
Beach.
too, Don.
Yeah. So they had, Kiddie Land. They had the very small little roller coaster that just goes around. And then when you got a little bit older, it's like, wow, I can go on the yellow roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then you graduate to the Comet. And
Mhm.
the Comet, for those that don't know, was I think it was still, it was a wooden roller coaster. So
Mhm.
the frames and the track and all that, it was all wood.
But look
And
how close to the water it was. People
Well-
didn't realize how close it was.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. As you go up, the first incline and you get to the top, and when you start going down, it was right next to Lake Erie.
It's
And
all
it
you
looks
saw
like
was
you're
the
gonna go
water.
right into the water,
Mhm,
and
it was
that was
amazing.
thrilling, absolutely thrilling. But
Oh,
did
there's a
you
good
know?
picture of it, Don. There's a
you know-
Canadian too in that one picture, Don.
Oh yeah, see? Wait, can I see you? I don't see you in that picture.
No, I was just a sparkle in my dad's eye then. Oh, do you remember how the little train would go through Kittyland and through that like wooded area?
Yeah.
And was it Crystal Beach or Fantasy Island where the cowboys came out with the guns and they were robbing a train? I think that was Fantasy
That
Island.
was Fantasy
We'll save
Island.
that for another show. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But did you ever hear of the Cyclone roller coaster?
Yes.
So they had to take the Cyclone down because it was too dangerous of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
You know, and I believe I don't have the facts. Maybe it's just kind of, I don't know if it's urban myth or not, but I believe some people perished riding the Cyclone because it would do a loop, and this is back in like the 30s, maybe 1930s.
Well, what's super funny, Don, is when they did get rid of that roller coaster and they did make the comment as a promotional thing, they would have an ambulance sitting outside of the roller coaster.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I thought that was kind of funny.
Will you survive? Will you survive the comet?
But that was a really fun time. And now it's just summer homes. They put up like cottages and like condos along the water. And it's still a beautiful area. There's a dance hall. Look at the size of that thing now.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of well-known artists perform there.
Like who? Where did they perform? In that ballroom?
In the ballroom. Yeah, because
like
you know, I remember my parents talking about going there for, like, they had big dances. You know, everybody would go and to dance, and just, you know, it was just the place to be in the summer. You know,
there it is, Don. The Jungle Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm picking up the one from Disney World.
Yes, I'm looking at that. So that's like Disney.
That's what it looks like. Yeah. So I don't think it's the Jungle Cruise that I was looking for at Crystal Beach. It was just cool, you know. I kind of liked it because you get to see the animals, the fake animals, the fake natives, you know.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool.
So
I'm gonna keep on looking at the pictures while you're see if I can find it.
perfect.
Oh, the carousel. Remember how
Cyclone.
fast that bad boy was?
Can you make that Cyclone?
Oh, it's right there. Yeah. Look at that curve. Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, it was something.
I guess the engineers were a little bit crazy back then, huh?
I guess so. But
do you remember the wooden slide that you went down in Magic Carpet? You were flying down that thing.
Oh, yeah, it was. I can't remember if it was wood or metal.
I can remember the wood. I can picture it in my head.
Yeah, maybe. Wood. Yeah. So you mentioned about like different neighborhoods in Buffalo. So remember, Crystal Beach is it's in Canada, but just maybe a half-hour drive from the border, you know, from the Peace Bridge. And so they would hold, like you mentioned, like South Buffalo Day at Crystal Beach, or the West Side or North Side. So I grew up in North Buffalo, so we always couldn't wait for, you know, North Buffalo Day. And they would actually have like school buses.
I love that yellow roller coaster too.
Oh yeah, it was great. So that you would basically get on the school bus for a very low price, and it would bring you there, drop you off for the day, and then bring you back home. But the thing was, all the rides were based on tickets. So if you brought your report card, they would give you, like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but say like for every A you got in the course, you would get 10 tickets.
I remember that. There's that scary lady from Laugh in the Dark, Don. You see her?
Yeah.
That was creepy as
hell. For every B you get 5 tickets or whatever. So, that was a little extra incentive in school to try to get as many A's as you could.
Those people. Holy crap. But I remember that carousel whipping. That freaking thing went fast.
Oh, yes.
And it was like in a carousel house. So it was covered in that. But I also remember not just the park, but I remember my mom and dad, we would go out the back end of the park, and they had that one street with all the different local businesses and restaurants and things like that. I remember going for that all the time.
Yeah, I think those businesses are still there. A lot of them. I don't know if they're not the original, maybe, but there's still a lot of businesses there because
imagine the money they lost when this place closed down. Oh my God! Look at what I see. You see what I see? You can get it at Walmart.
Yeah, I've seen it locally. Yeah, at Tops.
So a lot of our listeners that aren't from the Western New York area have probably never heard of Loganberry.
That's true.
And I remember my mom and dad buying the big liquid gallon jugs of Loganberry syrup, and you would actually mix it with water and make it. And it's what can you compare it to, Don? I mean, I haven't had it in so long. I really don't know a good explanation for Loganberry.
Yeah, I know. It's not blueberry or raspberry flavor, but
It was almost purplish.
it was definitely purple. Yeah, not purplish. It was purple. It's solid, dark purple.
Before we get lost here, Don, let's talk about our second sponsor real quick, and then we'll get back to Crystal Beach.
Yes.
That's our friends with Clear. That's KLEAR protein.com. Elevate your protein game with Clear Whey protein powder. Lactose-free, sugar-free, and refreshingly delicious. Perfect for a flavorful protein-packed boost. That's Clear with the K. And because you're a member of our podcast family, when you check out, you can use the promo code Buffalo and you will get 20% off. And it doesn't taste like chalk. This actually has a nice taste to it.
Yeah,
because what drew me to it, I mean, I've been taking protein shakes since I'm a kid, at 16. And it was always like chocolate or vanilla. And they never mixed well, whether you mixed them with water or with milk or skim milk or whatever you want to add it to. I actually tried to add it to my coffee one. It did not. It was not great because it gets real clumpy because it's so hot.
Yeah.
But Clear has a nice, fresh taste to it. So check out our friends at KLEARPROTEIN.com. That's clearprotein.com. When you check out, use promo code Buffalo and you will get an additional 20% off. So check them out, everybody. So, okay, back to Crystal Beach, Don.
Yeah.
Was I even showing Clear Protein or was I just showing?
No, I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry. There it is.
So go check out our friends at Clear Protein. They got great stuff. And like I said, it's tasty. It doesn't take and water,
Yeah.
And I have had a hard time with dairy lately, and I love it. I love milk. I love ice cream. And it just makes me sick to my stomach, But wild blue raspberry.
That looks interesting.
So can you get your crystal blue, your Clear wild blue raspberry and also sing Crystal Blue Persuasion, Don? Is it a double blue?
Yeah, and then add a little bit of Loganberry to it.
Oh, there you go. There you go, Don. Imagine how much sugar was in that syrup, though. There had to be a poop load of sugar.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know.
It's okay. Let's get back to this now. Yeah, so I love the old ads that we're seeing too. I don't remember the water park. Was that later?
Yeah, it was a little bit late. I don't know. It was probably late 70s, early 80s, maybe. I'd say late 70s when they did it. They were trying
Nickel Day, Don. You see that?
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
There's the Canadiana again. I mean, a lot of people in the Western New York area, that was their first date with their loved one,
Yeah.
In the boat to Crystal Beach, spending the day and coming home.
I know. That was a cool thing. But we're talking like summertime memories. And so do you have any other memories other than Crystal Beach that really?
I do. My Aunt Alice had a place in Point Breeze in Angola.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent
south of Buffalo. So
we spent a lot. Yeah, we spent a lot of time there when I was a kid. And there you can see the Point Breeze beach. I didn't go to the other beaches down the road until I was later in life because all I knew was Point Breeze. And it's kind of a rocky beach. It was great for getting your sea glass,
Oh, yeah.
You gotta be careful because I remember my cousin Lori stepping on some broken beer bottles that were in the water and just cutting the hell out of her foot,
Yeah.
But my Aunt Alice's best friend Jerry, they actually owned the Point Breeze Hotel that was right on the beach.
Oh, how nice.
And it's a beautiful area. My Aunt Alice had a cottage on a double lot, and all the family members would come out there. Everyone was welcome. Just take care of your own stuff,
Mhm.
If you want to eat together, we can do that. And what I thought was really amazing about that area is that everybody knew everybody because it was everybody from our neighborhood that was out there,
Yeah.
you know, came from Buffalo. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I mean, she had a 27-foot pool. The only thing that was really bad, two bad things that always happen, because it was a summer home, there was hardly anybody out there in the fall and the winter time.
Yeah.
And she got broken into a bunch of times.
Huh.
One time they wrecked the pool. They threw an old oil filter in the pool, and that just
Oh my
destroyed it.
gosh. Really?
Just stuff. And right behind my Aunt Alice's cottage was the fire hall. And I don't know how many times we'd be waking up in the middle of the night because it was like right in her backyard, the siren.
Oh, the siren.
And then they'd have like their family days for the firemen. And me and my cousin Sharon, we pretend we were somebody's kids and we'd eat and play the games all day. And everything.
Well, technically, you were somebody's kids. So
True. So she sold the place probably when I was like 12, 13 years old. She didn't tell about anybody in the family. I knew it because I was helping her, you know, getting everything ready. Like she was doing yard sales to get rid of the contents of the house. And a young couple bought it from them. Now, for years, the firehouse wanted to buy that property from my aunt so they could expand, put a gazebo and all that stuff. And 6 months after this young couple bought my aunt's cottage, it mysteriously went away in a fire.
Really?
Allegedly arson.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Start a place on fire right behind a fire hall. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now,
So what's there now? A gazebo?
It is. It is. It is. It is the
Wow.
fire department's property now. You know.
Wow.
So it's a shame when you see something like that happen where you had the good memories and then it's just gone. You know, the only thing that's there that, you know, shows that Eddie Bednar's was there is that she had a huge tree in the front of her property and my initials are still on that tree. You know, as my kids were growing up, I would take them out there, show them where Aunt Alice's cottage was, you know, tell them the same stories that I told every year that I'd bring them out there, you know.
We know, Dad. We heard this before, Dad.
I don't want to say, you know, make an excuse that I'm an old Pollock that tells the same stories, but I am.
That's true. That's true.
A couple more minutes, Don. Is there anything you want to talk about your summers?
Yeah, I think we're just going back, I guess, to when we were kids, you know, which is because summers are always that much more special because you get out of school, you got the summer, you know, off because if you're too young to work or whatever, you know, so we used to, you basically out the door 8 o'clock in the morning, come home for lunch, go back out till dinner, come, you know, eat dinner, go back out till the streetlights came on, and we had to be home when the streetlights came on, you know, and just playing all day. We would just play, you know, baseball, wiffle ball, street hockey, touch football in the street, you know, play sports all the time, or just kind of hang out and trade baseball cards and things like that as a kid, you know. And so I think summertime is special for kids. Nowadays everything's so organized, you know, like you plan a soccer team in a league or you plan a baseball team in a league. Just go out and play with your friends. And
well, I'd be on my bike, I'd be gone all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can't imagine my kids doing that, you know. But one thing we did talk about that, you know, you're in the Northeast, you don't get a long summer. And I'm really surprised at the statistic because it used to be Buffalo, but we were overtaken, Don. What city do you think has the most swimming pools in America? It used to be Buffalo, but not anymore.
Yeah, it used to be. What city? I don't know. I have
Very close to Buffalo.
Oh, Rochester?
No. Cleveland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, per capita, Buffalo used to be number one. Now it's Cleveland, Cincinnati, and then Pittsburgh, which is crazy. But I mean, I remember when we purchased our home in South Buffalo, there was a gentleman that passed away that owned a pool store on Abbott Road. and the new fellow that bought it was a Buffalo fireman, and he was trying to get rid of the old stuff, you know. And he said, you know, he's trying to blow out inventory. He had on a sign. So I said, you know, we need a pool for this house, because I always had it at my other house. You know, I've always had a pool, whether it was my in-houses or my own. And I got a whole pool kit for $1,000.
Wow.
They had to put it up in February then.
Oh.
Luckily that year it was a very, very mild winter, but I would try to open up the pool from May to October, just because, like I said, our summers are so short. You want to get as much use out of it as you can. You know?
Yeah, true.
But
that's funny. That's funny.
So are you happy you had your logo done?
Yeah, I'm thrilled with it. And you know what? It was a perfect logo to go down memory lane.
It really was. But I want to, you know, since I worked hard on it, I want to show the other one at least once.
Yeah, please do, because it's a great one.
And I got to tell you, I really enjoy using AI to make all our images. I've been having an awful lot of fun with it.
Altelligence? Is that how?
Altelligence, yeah, that's who we hired, Don. Altelligence. But I mean, that's very summary too. I kind of like it. It's very creative how they did that.
I know. I love it. I love it. Well, it's how you did, how you prompted it. So
I'm talking about it like it's a human. It's not a human.
No. Oh, it's not. Oh.
So we had a great week of shows. We had big numbers on Monday. It continued for the rest of the week. And this is the last show you're going to be on for the week. I will do Eddie Buffalo Live tomorrow, talking about what movies are coming out this weekend. I don't think the Fantastic Four is coming out until the following weekend, so I don't think I'll be talking about them. But if you haven't seen Superman, Don, go see it. Your daughter.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Yeah, I'll try to get to see it.
So we start everything all over again. Friday, Eddie Buffalo Live. Saturday, if I can get it working, which we had good luck last week, we'll be doing our Skip-Dee-Doo with Eddie Buffalo cartoon show. Then I wrap up the weekend with the weekend wrap up. On Sunday night, we'll talk about the box office, the new music that came on. I think on either the Friday or Sunday show, I'm going to do a full review on the new Dropkick Murphy album. I've listened to it a couple times, and I've even sent you some that you've seemed to enjoy, you know, some that really rock out there. And then we start all over again. Monday, Buffalo Fights. Tuesday, EBI News for You. Wednesday, Insurance Questions Podcast. And then we wrap it up with Potluck with Donnie Glow. So I want to thank everybody for being with us on this journey. And next week, we are going to have something pretty amazing happening, Don. And I'm checking right now, because it might happen by the end of this week, the way we post our videos.
Oh, okay.
But I want to get a number right now so I can tell you where we're at. Sometime probably over the weekend or Monday, we are going to have our 2,000th video uploaded to YouTube.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
EBI Media 2K. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I am gonna do a really nice thumbnail for that for when it happens, you know, because we did it for, I mean, God, it seems like we just, you know, we were at 100.
I know.
You know, so not too long ago. So
I remember 50. I mean, that was a big thing.
And it's not because of us, it's because of our viewers. And I love every one of you. I appreciate you watching our stuff, how crazy it is, our technical problems. We haven't had technical problems in a while. I'm probably shooting myself in the foot.
I know, knock on wood.
But one of these days, I would love to tell people about the stuff that we get taken down for.
You know, that's not it. Well, they won't be able to see it because we'll be taken down.
One of our sponsors, it's a funky name. I'm not going to say it is because I don't want this one taken down. But I got tagged that it got taken down for community reasons because they thought it was a gang term. And I'm like, we've had these people on a million times and it's never been a problem. But you know what I think it was, Don? That I spelt it out. Because they flagged that. They actually did it with like the dashes in between the letters.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so what happens is AI catches all this stuff. We put in an appeal, and it usually no problem. Every once in a while we lose the appeal, but hardly ever.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, in life you got to be careful what you say, but on here it's like, I mean, I talked about that one guy, Professor Rock, that I like watching his shows. He wants to quit
Oh, yeah.
because they're flagging all his videos that have copyrighted music on it, whether the artist is on or not.
Oh, jeez.
And he didn't say who he had to interview, but he said, you know, I could just post what their songs are, but I want you to hear a little bit of their songs.
Yeah.
And he was like really upset, you know, and he gets amazing numbers. So Professor Rock, love you, buddy. Keep on going out there. I pick up like little bits and pieces of pop culture stuff from you all the time. And check out Professor Rock if you guys get a chance.
Yeah.
But we're out of here, Don.
Yes.
We're gonna end the show like we end every other show. If you like working with people that are just like you, have the same values as you, the same passion for life, and love your family as much as we do, we're definitely the people that you need to work with. You can reach us at eddiebuffaloinsurance@gmail.com. And what's the hotline, Donnie?
It's 430-242-1006. I'll repeat, 430-242-1006.
And for our friends on the Galapagos Island, what is the number for them, Don?
Wow, that's pretty far from
That's pretty
both of
far.
our places.
They got cool critters, so.
Yeah, they do. It's 430-242-1006.
That's beautiful, Don. You know so many languages. I'm just amazed by you. So we're out of here. Remember, everybody, life is definitely worth living. What do you got to do, Donnie Lowe?
You got to keep on fighting, baby.
Keep on fighting. And we'll see you tomorrow on Eddie Buffalo Live. Take care.
Ciao, everybody.